Hello friends, this video on Number Part 4 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Let us talk about some nouns with singular and plural alike. Like you will also come across such nouns where the same word is used as singular as well as plural. For example, sheep. Now this is a word which is used to refer to one sheep as well as many sheep. So you do not have anything like sheeps. You do not have that. So it is whether it is one sheep or many sheep, you are going to use the same word. So here, this is such a noun where the singular and the plural forms are alike. For example, here on the picture, you see many sheep. Now, if you have to say that your multiple sheep were grazing in the field, how would you write it or tell it in a sentence? You would say, my sheep were grazing in the field. So by looking at this sentence, one would understand that you are talking about many sheep because you have used were. Had you used was, like my sheep was grazing in the field, that would have meant that you are talking about one sheep. But since you have used were, so that shows that you are talking about many sheep. So this is one such example. Take another example like dozen. So dozen is always the same in singular as well as plural form. So when you want to say, get me 1 dozen of apple. So that's how you say. Now when you say, get me 30 dozen of apple. So then also you tell it the same way. So dozen remains the same, whether it is 1 dozen or 10 dozen. Species. Species again is a word which remains the same even in its plural form. So many species of a bird were found in the island, right? So even if you are talking about many species, the word species still remains the same. You do not make it species. So that is not, there's no such word. So species would always remain the same. Deer is another such word which doesn't have a plural. So you do not have anything called deers. So even if you're talking about 10 deer, it would be 10 deer were seen running in the forest. So you would write it like this. 10 deer were seen running in the forest. So these are some examples of nouns whose singular and plural forms are the same. Okay. Aircraft is another such example which doesn't have a plural form as such like aircrafts or something. So it's always aircraft. Now let us look at some nouns which are singular nouns but they look like plural. Interesting, isn't it? Okay, let's take one example. Then it would make more sense to you. For example, the word physics. Physics is the name of a subject and it is a singular noun. Right? But when you look at the word, it seems as if it is plural because it has S at the end. So a lot of people might feel that, physics is plural and the singular form must be physic. But that's not the case. Physics is a singular noun. So if you want to frame a sentence with physics, you would say that physics is an interesting subject. So what is physics in this case? It is obviously singular. That's why we are using is. So physics is singular, but it is just that it looks like plural. Mathematics again is singular. Mathematics is a difficult subject for a lot of us. So mathematics again, though it ends with S, but it is a singular noun. News looks to be a plural, but actually is singular. So when you have to say something like this, such news is common these days. So you see it's singular. Billiards. Billiards is the name of a sport. So billiards, you do not have anything called billiard. It's always billiards. So billiards is my favorite sport. Measles. Again, you do not have anything called measles. So measles is a disease which is caused by virus. So measles again is a singular noun. Darts is again a sport and it is also a singular noun. You do not have anything called dart. So darts is a popular sport in many countries. So these are some examples of singular nouns which look like plural but actually they are all singular. Right? So these were some interesting stuff, isn't it? Now, whenever you come across, so I am just giving you some examples. You might come across many other such singular nouns which look like plural, but they are actually singular. Similarly, you might come across many more such examples where the singular and the plural forms are the same. Okay, so now let's. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com for free quality education. You can learn with a simple 4-step learning process wherein you can watch video lessons, you can ask your questions, you can refer notes, and you can take a free online test. We have content for class 6 to 12 on physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology along with practical videos. So please subscribe to our channel for daily updates. Thank you.